Have you ever been at that point where you felt frustrated because the several attempts you made in changing a negative behavior you have were all futile? Have you ever been at that point where you tried to change somebody, but your attempts barely worked? As humans, there may be certain negative and unproductive behaviors in our lives we would like to see ourselves do away with. Other times, we may want to see others change from their wrong behavior. This desire is okay, but in most cases, we are unable to see it come to fruition. Why is this so? Why do we seem to not be as effective as we would like to be when it comes to modifying behavior, whether our own behavior or that of others? We have the desire, but why are our attempts not working? There may be several reasons for this apparent failure. However, one primary reason for this is the fact that our behavior-modifying attempts almost always starts on the wrong footing. It has been proven that the attempt to modify behavior stands a greater chance of success if the subject in question first and foremost feels loved, appreciated and valued as a person. If the subject feels he is loved and appreciated as a human being regardless of his shortcomings, he may be more receptive to the behavior-modifying process, and that will greatly boost his chances of success. On the other hand, if he feels criticized, that may seriously hinder his progress toward change. The mistake we make most times when it comes to changing behavior is that we fail to separate the person's wrongdoing from the person's intrinsic value. A lot of times, in our quest to deal with the negative behavior, we end up also attacking the person. And this holds true for whether we are trying to change our own behavior or the behavior of others. A person may be doing very bad things, but if our behavior-modifying attempts suggest in any way to the person that we actually see him as a bad person, the person will be less likely to change. You may have a very bad, self-sabotaging habit, but if that habit leads you to always condemn yourself, whether consciously or unconsciously, then you are less likely to change from that habit. Your ability to still see yourself as valuable despite your flaws is very important if you are going to change from your negative habits. Yes, you have a problem, but if you are going to be able to solve that problem, then you must first recognize and acknowledge that you are not the problem. Yes, whoever it is you think has a bad attitude indeed has a problem, but until you stop seeing him as a problem, you will not be able to help him change. Your weaknesses may be a part of you, but they are not you, and until you learn to see yourself beyond your weaknesses, that part of your life, which is only a fraction of you, will fully define you. That other fellow's weaknesses are indeed a part of him, but if you are going to be able to help him truly change, then you must not define him only based on that part of him. If you can truly learn to value all of him, he may be more empowered to correct that negative part of him. In the same way, if you truly learn to value all of you, then you put yourself in a better position to correct the wrong parts of you. You have a problem, but you are not a problem. To learn more, visit https://presealmentorshipwing.wordpress.com. Also subscribe to the YouTube channel, Priswell's Mentorship Wing.